to speak to him now. After 6 months of hard work, the hard work entails jet skiing, snorkeling and swimming off the coast of Queensland. The guy with the best job in the world has had his contract extended by 18 months just to make us hate him even more. We're joined this morning by the man we're all very jealous of, Ben Southall. Ben, good morning to you.
Good morning, I apologise.
You should. Now, tell us first of all what the job entailed. Where were you when you first heard about the job and what did it appear to be?
I'd come back from a trip around Africa. I'd done a charity expedition driving around Africa, and it taken me a year to do that. And I arrived back in England on the 1st of January, and the job advert came out on the 10th of January. So I had this 10-day period where I thought, what am I going to do? How am I going to find a job in this horrible job climate? And the advert came out, and I thought I'd go for it. And lo and behold, about 4 months down the line, I got it. And
what did the advert say when you first saw it?
It said island caretaker to look after islands of the Great Barrier Reef, to watch the whales, feed the fish, clean the pool, deliver the mail, and the key bit, write a weekly blog. And that's what it was all about.
And you were paid quite handsomely as well. It's $150,000 a year.
It was a pretty good salary for a 6-month period. It was very, very nice.
Very good in Australian terms.
Yeah.
Absolutely, with the strength of their currency at the moment. But that, to me, and I genuinely mean it, was irrelevant. The whole thing about it was the experiences the 6 months offered, because it was everything up the entire Queensland coastline. Lots of diving, like you said, hot air balloon rides, learning to fly a helicopter, dining in some of the most amazing places in Australia.
You're a very keen diver, and you're very good on the water. Your experience there, you'd run a website when you were doing your charity thing. So a lot of the stuff your previous experience fed very nicely into this.
Yeah, I mean, it was, I suppose, a busman's holiday almost, and someone was willing to pay me for it this time. I'd gone around Africa the year before. I'd run a website really for me and for safety and security, so my family knew where I was in Africa. I'd done that, and the job entailed writing a weekly blog all about your experiences. So it was literally the stuff I've been doing the year before, but a few more people watching it this time.
And also that lots of people went for it. How many people went for the job?
I'm going to be really... 34,684 people went for the job.
So, wowza. And there was one Irish lad, wasn't there?
There was, George, yes. Fantastic guy, got through to the top 16. He's actually probably done quite well out of it as well, because he actually is still together with the Dutch finalist, Magali. So him and her have now got this fantastic relationship, and they're coming out to Queensland in about a month's time.
So they found love.
They did indeed, yeah.
Very nice.
Good place to do it.
Now, when you went for it initially, did you think, oh, well, this is going to be kind of an upmarket Robinson Crusoe vibe, and that suits me fine, and find that when you got there, it wasn't quite exactly what you expected?
It started off with this amazing image of a desert island, and out of the bushes it said the best job in the world, and that was the iconic image that everybody had. It was a desert island, you'd build your own shelter, it was a bit like Survivor, and that's how it would be. But the more that we got involved with the campaign, when you got down to the final 50, you then realised it was a marketing campaign. It was the best marketing campaign the world has ever seen, because it was viral, the world's media picked up on it, and suddenly it became this massive machine that everybody knew about and wanted to get this job. So the further you went with the process, the more that we realised it was a job. It was a lot of hard work, because it was writing a website, it was doing 250 media interviews in 6 months. It was a full-on busy position. But then some people decided, okay, that's not my world, I don't want to be involved in that. And I thought, well, give it a go. It's something fun. You're going to have great fun all day. It's just in the evening you're going to have to sit down and work.
Well, Sinead and I we've both done work with Australian tourism boards, and I have to say, they're lovely people. They're really, really good at what they do, very efficient, and they treat you very well.
Yeah.
So if you can land a gig with them, good luck to you.
They've got fantastic product. That's the thing, to be able to sell some of the locations, maybe in the Northern Hemisphere, you might have to struggle a little bit more.
Yeah.
But when you don't use any filters on the images, and the sea is that blue, and the beaches are that white, it does, it sells itself.
And was it Hamilton Island you were actually living on?
It was, yeah. Hamilton Island is in the Whitsundays, which is halfway up the Queensland coast, right on the Great Barrier Reef. 74 islands there, and my $3.5 million villa was based on Hamilton Island.
$3.5 million
So much for
villa.
the shack you built
Well,
yourself.
I lived on top of my Land Rover in a tent the year before, so I went from the outhouse to the penthouse. It was just this massive transition.
It just got better and better, didn't it?
You brought your girlfriend out there with you?
Yes.
Did she love it? Of course she did.
She probably actually had the better job in the world, because she didn't have to do the work. She enjoyed sunning herself on the veranda, sitting in the hammocks, eating well, and then she'd go to bed about 10 o'clock, and I'd eventually rock up about midnight after finishing work.
Oh, God.
Well, obviously you made quite an impression, because they've extended your contract by 18 months, and not alone that, but, well, no, actually, I'm just wondering whether this extension is as good as the original job, because you're being taken away from the island, and now you've got to come and go around the world and do all this stuff, because you're their ambassador.
Exactly, yeah. Queensland Tourism Ambassador is the new job title. I lose the Island Caretaker one, and I get a new T-shirt that says Queensland Tourism Ambassador. It's